So the VA finally rated you. Congratulations. You're officially a percentage. Welcome to the club. 70%. Okay. That's something. So why do I still feel like I'm getting paid in vibes? Mortgage, groceries, kids, random back pain, tax, and apparently air costs money now. Let me guess. You got rated. And you still feel underpaid. You're not crazy. You're just new to the VA's private sport. Rating that. All right, vets, let's talk about the most common veteran experience nobody warned you about. You finally win your claim and you still don't win because getting rated isn't the same thing as getting fully compensated. Those are two different universes. And most importantly, here's the part that makes veterans feel like they're losing their mind. You'll meet people with a lower rating who somehow seem to get more help, more money, more everything. And you're sitting there thinking, did I do something wrong? Did I miss a step? You didn't miss a step. You missed a system. Today, I'm going to show you why most veterans are still underpaid even after they get rated. And I'm going to explain it like a human being, not like a VA manual written by a fax machine. So if you're new here, I'm Ryan. I talk about veteran benefits, but without the fairy dust. We do real strategy, real mistakes, and real execution, not manifest your 100%. And quick disclaimer, I'm not your VSO, I'm not the VA, and this is not legal advice. This is veteran to veteran education so you can make smarter decisions and ask better questions. Now, before we get into the good stuff, I want to give you something for free because I want you getting value before I ever ask you for anything. All right. So I've got a free download. It's called the 5 Claim Killing Mistakes Veterans Make. And it's exactly what it sounds like. The 5 mistakes that quietly destroy claims, delay decisions, and keep veterans underpaid for years. All right. So I don't want to hear y'all talking about I'm gatekeeping. Grab it using the link in the description. And even if you never buy a thing from me, you'll at least stop stepping on landmines. All right. So here's the big truth. Most veterans are underpaid after getting rated for 1 to 3 reasons. The first one, they don't understand the VA doesn't pay based on how many problems you have. It pays based on how your conditions fit into their rating structure. 2, they treat claims like a one-time event. File it, win it, and move on. But VA compensation is more like an ongoing portfolio. And if you don't manage it, it underperforms. And 3, they don't understand how secondaries, combined ratings, and special monthly compensation actually work. So they stop at the first win and never realize the next move exists. So let me put it in plain language. A lot of veterans get their first rating and then the VA just quietly keeps the rest of the money. Being rated doesn't necessarily mean you're fully rated. Okay? When you get a rating, most veterans think that's it. This is my compensation. This is what the VA decided I'm worth. But no, what you got is this is what the VA decided based on what you filed, what you proved, and what they bothered to connect. There's a big difference, which is a big difference. The VA is not a proactive agency. It doesn't go, wow, this knee condition probably caused your back problems. And the back problems probably wrecked your sleep. And the sleep issues probably spilled into anxiety. No, y'all, that ain't how it works. The VA goes, you claimed knee, we rated knee, and then it stares at you like a Roomba waiting for instructions. So if you file one condition, you can absolutely get rated and still be underpaid because you never filed what that condition caused. That's not a character flaw. That's just the system. So here's what underpayment looks like in real life. You've got a primary condition, back, knee, PTSD, shoulder, tinnitus, whatever. And over time, that condition causes other issues. And those other issues are the part veterans live with every day. The migraines, the sleep problems, the nerve pain, the anxiety spike, the meds that cause side effects, the relationship strain, but the VA only pays you for what's service connected and supported. So you're sitting there thinking, my life got smaller. Why didn't my compensation get bigger? Because the VA doesn't connect the dots unless you make it connect the dots. And a lot of veterans never get coached on how to do that. They get told all the time, file for what hurts. Cool. That's like telling someone, just build a house and handing them a hammer. Now, let me bring up a question a veteran asked me that comes up all the time. And it's a great question. If I go for SMC, does that mess with my current service-connected conditions? Am I risking a reduction? First off, let's define SMC Barney style. SMC is special monthly compensation. It's additional pay that VA adds on top of your regular rating when there's a specific type of loss, limitation, or need for aid. It's not a new rating like your knee. It's more like an add-on the VA applies when the facts qualify. Now the fear part. Will it automatically reduce you? No. SMC is not designed as a trade where you give up your base rating to get SMC. That's not how it works. But here's the honest adult answer. Whenever you file something new, SMC increase, secondary anything, the VA can look at the evidence connected to what you're claiming. That doesn't mean reductions happen easily. They don't. Reductions have rules. There's a due process, and the VA generally has to show sustained improvement, not a good day at a CMP exam. But I'm not going to tell you there's zero risk because that's not true in real execution. The smarter truth is this. You reduce risk by filing the right way with the right evidence and by understanding exactly what you're asking the VA to evaluate. And in part 2, I'm going to show you what the right way looks like because most underpayment comes from the veterans being underinformed, not underdeserving. All right now. That's the reality. Most veterans are underpaid after getting rated because the rating is often incomplete. The VA doesn't connect the dots for you, and people don't know what levers exist. Okay, so stay locked into this video for part 2. We're getting tactical, alright? I'm going to show you the exact underpayment traps and what to do instead, including how secondaries and SMC fit in without you feeling like you're poking the bear for no reason. Alright, so part 2. Why veterans stay underpaid and how to fix it. Okay, so let's talk about the quiet assassin of veteran paychecks, combined rating math. This is where a lot of veterans get emotionally offended by a calculator. And don't get me wrong, I'm one of them. You add a new condition and instead of your rating jumping up like expected, it barely moves. So you think, what the heck was the point? The point is, the VA doesn't add ratings the way humans add numbers. It uses what's basically a diminishing returns formula. The higher your rating is, the harder it becomes for additional conditions to move the needle. You get what I'm saying? And here's why that matters for underpayment. Veterans will file one secondary, see little improvement, and then stop, even though 2 or 3 properly connected conditions together would have pushed them into a higher tier. This is why filing randomly keeps you underpaid, and strategy matters. If I had to summarize underpayment in one sentence, it would be this. Most veterans stop at the primary condition. The VA doesn't pay because something exists. It pays because something is connected. And secondary conditions are where that connection usually lives. Back problems lead to nerve pain. Nerve pain wrecks sleep. Bad sleep amplifies mental health symptoms. Medications create side effects. That's not gaming the system. That's physiology. But if you only ever filed your back, the VA is only paying you for back. Everything else is living rent-free in your life. And the veterans who close that gap legally and cleanly are the ones who understand how to document cause and effect, not just pain. So now let's circle back to SMC because this is where fear costs veterans real money. Special monthly compensation is not something only severely injured veterans qualify for. It's for specific losses, limitations, or needs to go beyond the base rating. And here's the key thing veterans miss. SMC is additive. It stacks on top of your regular compensation when you qualify. It's not instead of. It's in addition to. Now, does filing for SMC automatically mean the VA is going to nuke your rating? No, that's not how SMC is designed. But, and this is important, anytime you ask the VA to evaluate something, they can look at evidence related to what you're asking them to look at. This is not fear-mongering. That's process. And reductions are not casual. The VA can't just wake up and decide you're better. They have to show sustained improvement, follow due process, and give you notice. The real risk isn't SMC. The real risk is filing blindly. It's something I did before, and they did try to reduce me. They sent me a letter warning me, and then they came up with the decision. They gave me also a little bit of time to submit some evidence. I didn't, and they ended up not reducing me. Shout out to Wounded Warrior Project because that's who I went to for representation, and they did a great job. And no, I don't currently have any endorsements with them. That's truly what happened. So veterans who stay underpaid are usually the ones who either never file or file without understanding exactly what the VA is going to examine. So here's where a lot of good claims quietly die. Evidence. A VA claim isn't won by how bad something feels. It's won by how clearly the evidence answers the VA's legal question. Not, does this veteran hurt? But is this condition as least as likely as not connected to service? And this is where some veterans benefit from outside medical opinions. Not always, but sometimes. If the missing piece in your claim is a medical explanation tying condition A to condition B, that's when an independent medical opinion or nexus letter can make sense. This is where services like American medical experts come into play. Quick transparency. They're not free. And yes, the link I share is an affiliate link, meaning I may earn a commission. They also do offer a free consultation so you can figure out if it even makes sense for your case. And I want to be crystal clear. A nexus letter is not magic. If you don't need one, don't buy one. If your evidence already does the job, save your money. But when the gap is medical logic, not symptoms, that's where these tools can help close that underpayment. So when you zoom out, most veterans are underpaid after getting rated for predictable reasons. They stop at the first win. They don't understand combined math. They never revisit old claims. They don't connect secondaries. And they avoid SMC out of fear. Now, none of that means you're greedy. It means you were never taught how the system actually behaves. And the VA isn't going to teach you. That part is on us. If this video helped you refrain how the VA compensation actually works, do yourself a favor and grab the free download I mentioned earlier, which is the 5 claim killing mistakes veterans make. It's linked below and it's free. And it'll at least keep you from accidentally sabotaging yourself. If you want deeper education later, you'll hear about the claims approval blueprint through email. But nothing I offer works unless you understand the symptoms first. And if you're watching this thinking, I'm probably underpaid, you're not alone. And you're not late. You're just finally asking the right questions. Drop a comment and let me know which part of the system confused you the most. Ratings, secondary, SMC, or evidence. And I'll hit you in a future video or even in the comments. And if you want to learn how to make free money, go check out the interview I had with Be Humble. He does a great job breaking down the HESA grant. He does a phenomenal job breaking down the HESA grant and the process he had to go through to get it.